Before we start a little further on the agenda, I'd like to present you with a little video this morning. Because as you know, yesterday we've put the table on where we're going to do, what kind of leadership we exercise, and what kind of actions are we going to take in the next 4 years. So let's get the video rolling.
"18 months ago, we conducted a broad-based consultation amongst our members, union representatives, and the Canadian public to get a better sense of how to respond to today's issues. Il y a 18 mois, nous avons lancé une série de consultations auprès de nos membres, de nos permanents syndicaux et de l'ensemble de la population canadienne dans le but de répondre aux enjeux d'aujourd'hui." Let us know, what was your overall impression of the consultant workshop?
Well, I attended the workshop. I thought it had some very high points, bringing youth in and trying to integrate their thoughts and our thoughts. I thought for the time that we spent, I thought it was very worthwhile.
But I was very surprised that they were willing to, take on an expense, involved in having everybody come in and hearing from every location, including the Far East and the Far West and everything in between.
Well, I mean, I feel like they realize that they're not going with the times, they're falling behind. And so I feel like this convention is about moving forward.
Ce qui m'a beaucoup impressionné.
What really impressed me is to see the level of participation of the people. Often you ask personal questions to people and they don't want to answer. And here the level of participation and involvement was incredible. And I found that for the very first time we were really speaking as a family, we were speaking frankly.
Because it let me know that the organization was definitely listening to us and marketing our brand, if you will, in a different way so it's applicable to everybody.
We need to be on social media. We need to be out there. We need to connect, not just like in our shops, but we need to reach out to the public.
Really, the answer to all the problems is communication and education. But we have yet to see what the message will look like or how we're going to deliver it. So I'm really looking forward to seeing that during the convention.
When you think about the goals that they're trying to reach and where Teamsters Canada is trying to go, do you feel like since our locals are independent, how do you feel that we can reach those goals?
Well, the independence of the Teamsters is what makes the Teamsters great. But as far as bringing the locals together, I think it's extremely important, especially through the Canada Council of Teamsters, because we do work together on behalf of about 20,000 members under 2 agreements. So our abilities to talk now are much easier through the electronic systems, and it is important. And I see us being much more together and unified as we go forward.
L'idée d'avoir
The idea is to have a brand and a branding, a specific branding that is incredible. Everybody will recognize us. And this doesn't remove anything to the locals' autonomies, but it adds a lot because people will be able to identify from the first get-go. They'll go, Teamsters, the same image, the same brand, same community, same family, and that's a positive thing. But I don't think it's going to be easy. I think there will be some glitches, some hurdles. We'll have to iron some things out.
We're fighting this battle for the long run.
Ultimately, if we don't find new ways to communicate, or if I should say it differently, ultimately if we don't use every possible means of communication, including face-to-face, electronic, you name it, I feel that it's going to be troubled times ahead. And again, seeing that we're taking these steps and learning and adapting and not rushing in. That's an important thing to note. We're not just charging in blindly. Oh my God, we have to do this differently, that differently. A lot of thought and structure is being put behind our future moves. So that's refreshing, and I think it's something that we should all embrace. It's the way to go.